Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a beautiful, blessed day today. And one of the things that's been on my heart lately is to create more than I consume. I thought I was doing the right thing by deactivating my accounts and taking long breaks and staying away for a bit. But really, I just got addicted to YouTube. And what's worse is, I wasn't even addicted to making videos, I was addicted to watching videos. And I was basically just taking in a lot of content that was a waste of time and not very beneficial to my life. And even if it was beneficial to my life, I was still wasting too much time taking in that content instead of taking action. And I feel like this isn't really talked about enough because usually when people talk about social media addiction, they're referring to like TikTok, Instagram, basically all the other social media platforms. But YouTube can be just as much of a problem. Really, any platform that has um, like endless content that you can consume, especially short form content, it can do some damage. A little over a year ago, I had deactivated my social media accounts and I stayed off for over a year. And it's really funny because instead of checking my phone to check my social media accounts like I would normally do, I started checking my email 24/7 and YouTube just to have something to watch on my downtime. So, really, deactivating my accounts did not make a big difference. I mean, I basically just replaced one platform for another, and it was just as problematic. It felt like I was stuck in an endless loop, and basically I was just using YouTube as a way to cope with stress and as a form of escapism. And it got to the point where I got tired of watching YouTube and nothing really felt entertaining to me anymore. At this point, I've already accepted the fact that these social media platforms ain't going nowhere, so this is what we're working with right now. And what has helped me was basically just being mindful of the way that I use them. And I understand that it's difficult to have control over how we use these platforms because they are designed to make us addicted. There's just a whole bunch of nonsense on there that makes it easy to keep you on the apps. And so what has worked for me was number one was to stop watching short form content. So I don't watch any short form content anymore. The only time that I really do is if somebody sends me something like a reel or a short or something. I don't even have TikTok. Short form content just does not really interest me anymore. I used to watch them here and there, but then I found myself scrolling continuously. And that's exactly what they're designed to do, keep you on the apps and evoke all these different emotions and just whatever they can to keep you on there longer. And I noticed that when I would do that and I would scroll, like I just got this feeling of restlessness. And I didn't like that. I didn't like how I felt after, scrolling like short after short and seeing different types of content right after each other. It just started to feel really overwhelming and drain my energy. The people that are close to me, they know like if they send me an Instagram reel or if they send me like a TikTok or something, it's probably going to take me like weeks or months to eventually get around to watching it. And sometimes I won't watch it at all. I mostly watch long form content now, and that has actually helped improve my attention span. The next thing I started doing was I started to be more mindful and to consume things that add value to my life because I feel like if you're going to be on social media anyway, if you're going to be using these platforms anyway, you may as well consume things that support you and where you can benefit or where you can support another creator that's actually, adding value to your life and being a light in this world. And what's funny is the day after I started posting on YouTube again, I have the Bible app on my phone, and I actually got a Bible verse because I get the notification sent to my phone, and it was the "Let Your Light Shine" verse. And I was just thinking, like, wow, like that was so spot on. Like the Most High is always on time. And I was just thinking about how God blesses us with so many different gifts and so many things that we could really just go out into the world and just create. And when God said to be fruitful and multiply, I really do believe that He was talking about more than just like having children. We have so many different gifts and things that we can use to really bless others and just glorify the Most High. Like, just think about it. Have you ever came across something that was created so well? It doesn't even have to necessarily be content. It could be like a good meal or just, a nice song, just anything that was just created so well that you really, really enjoyed. And you're just like, thank God for you. Like, I thank God because this is amazing. And that's really what just came to my mind using the gifts that you've been blessed with to really just go out and bless people and just let God work through you and just share that with the world. Although it is really helpful to take in content that is mostly beneficial to your life and that add value, you also have to really be mindful of the voices that you're listening to, because that's another thing. With these platforms, anybody can come on here and make content and put it out there. And so it's really important to be mindful of who you're watching and the content that you're taking in, because sometimes we could be taking in the wrong voices. And so it's really important to have discernment to know that if something is aligned with your life and what's not, and what what you just need to avoid. You are what you consume. So if you consume a lot of the same things, that really starts to shape your mindset and your subconscious and your beliefs. While it can be beneficial, it's just important to just limit, like, even then, like how much you're watching, and just to set better boundaries with that. And another thing I would do is pair it with action. Whenever I want to watch a YouTube video or listen to an audiobook or podcast, basically just taking content, I try to pair it with something that's more productive. So that could be going on a walk, cooking, cleaning, just something to keep myself moving and tending to things that are more productive, instead of just like rotting, like what they call it, like bed rotting and like scrolling and stuff like that. I don't like to sit around and just watch content. It's okay every once in a while. Like, there's nothing wrong with relaxing and enjoying the content that you like every once in a while, but don't let that turn into just endless scrolling and wasting time and procrastinating on things that you actually want to do, or just getting out there and creating yourself. So yeah, after a while, watching YouTube, watching content, it just started to not do much for me anymore. I felt like I just had so much information, but not enough output, not enough action. And I really don't believe that we're supposed to be here to just take. Like, I think that we need to be out there producing and creating, and also giving the world what we have to offer, and glorifying God in that process. And you never know, like, who your gifts can bless. You never know. Like, no matter how big or small you feel your gifts, your skills, your talents are, you never know how big of a blessing that can be to somebody. So, use the gifts that God gave you. He gave them to you for a reason. So get out there and create, and go out there and be a blessing to somebody. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.